Hello, my name is Vincent Flippo. I'm working as a software and service architect at Orange France, and today I will tell you about our 4 years Journey project at Orange. Our goals are managing Orange network legacy data provided by Orange application, for instance, Tigre, which is our reference repository containing copper telecommunication cab supporting DSL and voice infrastructure. GeoFibre, which is our reference repository containing optical cable infrastructure. Another goal is to spread usage across Orange application. Every week we make new partnership with Orange internal application in order to provide our map or background map service to this application. We have also to answer DTD-ICT, which are roadwork requests. When a company wants to proceed with a roadwork at a given place, it has to first provide a roadwork request to operators in order to avoid destructing underground cables, which cost a lot for Orange. The project team is split and half based in Lannion Bijni and half based in Tunisia. It's made of several profiles like project manager, functional and software architect, expert, analyst, tester, and DevOps. We have approximately 3,500 daily users that interact with our data. As soon as Tiger and GeoFibre application will be deprecated, we expect having near 25,000 daily users. Now, our architecture. So on the top, you can see we have a business application and APIs. We have the GIS service and then data repositories. So the most important part here is GIS service. WMS is an OGC consortium standard that stands for Web Map Services. WMS API allows us to interact with rendered data from QGIS server. These data have previously been created by QGIS desktop software. WFS is an OGC consortium standard that stands for Web Feature Service. It allows us to retrieve previously geographical stored data as feature in our databases. A feature can be a fiber cable or room located in the street that hosts cables. WPS is a web processing service based on Zoo Project technology that allows geographical data processing. TMS stands for Tilemap Service. It exposes the Tilemap background as an API for Orange internal application. And our printing service is based on Mapfish print technology in order to easily generate PDF files which are asynchronously sent by email or available for download. Now, our platform on an open source point of view. As you can see on top, on the front end, we have open layers, Angular with TypeScript, Apache Tomcat. On the API side, it's made in G2E with Apache Tomcat based on Spring Framework. The GIS service here are QGIS. QGIS server provides WMS capabilities to our APIs, GeoServer, which provide WFS capabilities to our APIs, Zoo Project, providing WPS, Mapfish Print3, and GeoTools, which is a geographical object library providing us the ability to parse WMS or WFS query in our Java app. Here we have PostgreSQL and PostGIS, which provides PostgreSQL extension to deal with geographical objects like shapes, coordinate, and like geoprocessing. We also have access to OpenStreetMap. And our infrastructure is based on Docker Swarm in order to deploy things easier and automatically relaunch container if one of them issues some failure. This was added since QGIS 2.14 has been migrated to QGIS 3 with a specific Linux compilation. Then we have also Ansible, which is an IT automation tool used to deploy builds on complex infrastructure, provide us an easy way to deploy our release more often. Orange open source versus editor. First, we decided to work with open source in order to have some kind of independence from editor roadmap and license model. For example, QGIS server Dockerization was made possible because it is an open source, whereas with an editor software, it's almost impossible because of licensing issues. Also, editor protocols are sometimes not fully compliant with OGC-defined standards like WMS or WFS. And Orange with Auslandia partnership was able then to make WMS fully compliant with OGC standard and QGIS server. Now let's start with the demo. This demo will take place in La Réunion, in Sainte-Marie. So We'll start with a profile which is business manager, and this business manager has a commission, which is to bring network and communication capabilities to a new mall that will be built here in the country, as you can see with the satellite view in the country right here. So the mall will take place here. And then, okay, we have to compute the distance between the central node and this room. Okay, and the second one is the room here. Okay, so compute distance. It takes 2000 meters of fiber cable, and then we add additional cable. Okay, so we have 2008 meters. Okay, and now, okay. And we want to print stuff. So we add one map, another map here, and we will make an atlas. Okay, let's print. Okay, this is the global map. And then each selected area. Now, this is the demo ended. I will let Bertrand Parpoil speak about our partnership with Auslandia.
Hello everyone, my name is Bertrand Parpoil and I am a project manager at Auslandia, a company specialized in open source GIS architecture. As an introduction, I would like to remind that the use of web mapping, especially within large organizations such as Orange, can be complex to manage. We need to display large amounts of information without overwhelming users. This can be achieved by fine-tuning the displayed information according to zoom levels and user profiles. It is necessary to avoid too much data overlays and to limit the amount of information with specific use case definition. This management requires a strict functional administration and a good knowledge of the business. The tools must allow distinct representations of datasets according to the user's stakes. From a technical point of view, the platform must be able to deal with a huge number of objects displayed on the screen and to optimize network flows and requests filtering. Some geoprocessing are complex and must also be optimized to provide results within acceptable response time. For example, dematerialized responses to DT-DICT require intersecting the entire Orange network, and it represents hundreds of roadwork requests daily. To achieve this, we need to create databases containing more than 8 billion geographical objects. Finally, geographical data has its own specifics. Numerous formats coexist. The geographical projection's raison d'être is because the Earth is not as flat as the printed maps, despite flat earthers. The management of these projections require expert tools usage as well as specific skills. Misuse of projections can lead to error when computing distances or surface areas. It can also produce maps with misplaced objects. To build its network GIS platform, Orange has chosen a community-based open source strategy, which ensures that contributors are available to the entire world. This development resources pool also ensures the sustainability of the components. By relying on components supported by the Open Geospatial Consortium and the Open Source Geospatial Foundation, Orange also ensures their interoperability through the use of standardized formats and therefore guarantees the modular nature of the platform. While customizing proprietary software represents a strategical risk for the evolution of the system, using free and open source software guarantees the ability to independently develop the project features. The availability of source code also ensures that users will be able to control the performances of the platform by checking or modifying the underlying core software. With this perspective of using free and open source software as default, Orange has decided to actively invest in open source communities. The partnership with Oslandia facilitates this involvement, allowing a close support of its internal skills while ensuring the presence of experts likely to improve the core software. In the meantime, its internal development teams remain close to the business by developing the necessary tools for field agents. In the case of the Network GIS platform, the partnership with Oslandia has resulted in several contributions that have been noticed and appreciated by the QGIS community. QGIS 3 is a new major version released at the end of 2018 and for which Orange has invested in the server part stabilization and performance improvement. We have also been able to increase the rendering capabilities useful for Orange use cases, like displaying transparent images in various contexts. For the needs of Orange's infrastructure, we built QGIS server Docker files, which are used in production, and have also been published to be used by the entire community for simplified deployments. Also, as Orange's infrastructure is based on standards like WMS or WFS, we worked on the server's compliancy with the OGC WMS specification. To do so, we created an automated test chain necessary to check compliance and regressions between versions. This compliance chain is currently deployed on the QGIS.org infrastructure and is maintained by Oslandia. The partnership has proven to be useful to exchange with the community in a simpler way. Some communities, especially QGIS, count a lot of contributors and are strongly structured. Fully understanding it completely is not simple, and acquiring this knowledge through analyzing issues and reading mailing lists is time-consuming. Then, being known by the community is also time-consuming, exchanging on mailing lists, reporting bugs, documenting features, bug fixing, or submitting new features, etc. Acknowledgement by a community as large as QGIS is an investment that is not related to an organization, but to each participating individual. Theoretically, it is not mandatory to discuss open source software modifications before the implementation when you want to improve the product according to your own roadmap. But there are several examples of important contributions to QGIS made by companies which have not been integrated because they had not been preceded by exchanges and validation. Having an expert company, which is already a full part of the community on your side, is a real bonus. Moreover, the knowledge of the community also allows interactions beyond a single product, for example, to go and fix bugs in the underlying libraries. This generally allows to fix several issues at the same time within different softwares. This virtuous operation leads the entire ecosystem to be more efficient and brings recognition. For all those reasons, the partnership has proven its usefulness for Orange and for the QGIS community. In concrete terms, such a partnership requires a high level of responsiveness and flexibility on both sides. This is made possible by the use of an adapted platform, in our case GitLab, with a ticket-based functioning in order to speed up exchanges and to keep trace of them. The prepaid time credit means we have a great transparency with regards to the charges necessary and actually consumed. We use daily agile methods. The prepaid time credit also eliminates the validation steps required to sign codes for each intervention in order to save time while limiting paperwork. Thank you, everyone.